Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. 1. The hostage crisis that ends in blood, Carter's final reckoning. The week kicks off with a thunderclap. Carter's long-awaited confrontation reaches a fever pitch, and what unfolds will haunt Genoa City for months to come. After weeks of suspicion, manipulation, and deception, Carter is finally exposed as the murderer of Damien Dumas. But instead of surrendering, he takes one last desperate step that turns a criminal investigation into a full-blown crisis. It all happens at the remote French chateau that once belonged to King Ashby, a place that was supposed to offer retreat and healing but now becomes a prison of chaos. Lily, caught off guard while trying to reach the authorities, is taken hostage by Carter. The man who once called himself a friend now points a gun at her, demanding a helicopter, immunity, and a clean escape from the web he spun, but nothing ever goes according to plan in this town. Chancellor arrives first on the scene, despite warnings from Victor and Nick. He tries to talk Carter down, using his years of training and empathy, but Carter has snapped. In a gut-wrenching moment, Carter fires at Chance. The shot echoes through the cold, stone halls of the estate, and just like that, Genoa City loses one of its most honorable heroes. Lily watches in horror as Chance collapses to the ground. Her screams seem to pull Carter back into reality for a moment, but only a moment. The darkness swallows him again. A final shot is fired. Carter turns the weapon on himself. 2 lives extinguished. 1 irreversible tragedy. Back in Genoa City, the news spreads like wildfire. Abby is shattered. Jill collapses in tears. Victor Newman blames himself, swearing vengeance not just for Carter's sins, but for everyone who failed to protect Chance. This isn't just a storyline twist, it's the emotional gut punch that shifts the moral compass of the show. And Lily? She walks away physically unscathed, but emotionally demolished. The woman who fought for truth and redemption is left carrying the burden of survival, while the 2 men who stood between her and danger are now gone. 2. Nick and Sharon's escape sparks a fiery reconnection while the tragedy unfolds in one wing of the estate. Another story of survival and old love is taking shape elsewhere. Nick and Sharon, held captive for days by Kane's unpredictable guards, finally make a daring move to escape. Despite being weak, injured, and dehydrated, Nick leads the charge, shielding Sharon at every turn. And it is this shared trauma that reignites something buried deep within both of them. Nick is shot in the shoulder while distracting the guards. Sharon panics, screaming for help that never comes. But then Sally Spectra, hidden nearby and watching the estate through binoculars, emerges with medical supplies. Yes, Sally, of all people, risks her life to run inside, stabilize Nick, and lead them out. Once they're in the clear, paramedics arrive. Sharon holds Nick's hand tightly, whispering words of encouragement as he's lifted into the ambulance. In that moment, decades of memories come flooding back: Cassie's death, their rollercoaster marriage, Faith's rebellious years, and even their last failed engagement. Later that evening, at Memorial Hospital, Nick wakes up to find Sharon by his side. Their eyes lock. Silence fills the room, thick with history. And then it happens, a kiss, not out of lust. Not out of obligation. But out of pure, raw emotion. Nick and Sharon's kiss isn't just fan service, it's the return of a love story built over 3 decades. Will this mean a full-blown reunion? Not so fast. With Sally still in the picture, and Sharon hiding secrets of her own, this kiss might only be the beginning of a very complicated triangle. But for now, fans can savor the quiet hope that is chic might just rise again. Classical Building 3. Power struggles ignite, Billy and Phyllis plot, while Kane's empire crumbles while grief sweeps across Genoa City, the wheels of ambition never stop turning. Billy Abbott sees an opportunity to shift the balance of power, and he's not doing it alone. Phyllis Summers, ever the strategist, joins Billy in plotting a takeover of Chancellor Winters, targeting the vulnerable cracks left in the wake of Carter's scandal and Chance's death. Their plan is elegant in its brutality: exploit Kane's legal mess, gather stockholder support, and stage a boardroom coup. What begins as whispers in Phyllis's hotel suite quickly transforms into late night Meetings, paperwork, sleight of hand, and even subtle blackmail. Billy wants control, not just of the company but of the narrative surrounding the Abbott legacy, but there's a twist as Lily, fresh from her trauma, returns to Genoa City and throws her support behind Kane. Her reasoning? She believes in redemption. And she's not about to let the father of her children be torn apart by corporate wolves. Lily's return throws a wrench in Billy and Phyllis's plan, setting up a three-way war for Chancellor Winters that promises deceit, backstabbing, and high drama. Meanwhile, Kane is determined to reclaim his name. With tears in his eyes and bruises on his heart, he returns home ready to confront Victor, fight off Billy, and even apologize to Devon. Whether the city forgives him is another story. Over at Newman Enterprises, Victoria and Adam watch these moves carefully. With Chancellor Winters in turmoil, they see a perfect opening to expand Newman's portfolio, if they can keep from sabotaging each other long enough to pull it off. Crystal ball bonus shocks coming this week. The three main developments dominate the landscape, but that doesn't mean the rest of Genoa City is standing still. Here's what else brews under the surface. Nate Hastings receives heartbreaking news about Damien's death and spirals. His relationship with Amy is tested, and rumors suggest a shocking hookup could derail everything. Audra Charles doubles down on sabotage, planting a vicious lie about Claire that could destroy her blossoming relationship with Kyle. Abbott, Victoria, Newman, and Adam share a rare moment of vulnerability, one that could either signal a long-awaited sibling truce or the calm before an epic sibling war. Phyllis and Diane cross paths again, and this time, the claws come out in public. Expect a splash of wine, a heated slap, or worse. What it all means for the future of Y&R. This is not a reset, it's a reckoning. The writers have clearly hit the accelerator, giving fans everything they crave: emotional payoffs, shocking deaths, romantic twists, and power moves that ripple across every major family. The Abbotts are in a vulnerable position, with Jack distracted, Billy scheming, and Kyle torn between love and ambition. The Newmans are fractured but growing more dangerous by the day. Victor wants justice. Nick wants peace. Adam wants control. And Nikki? She's keeping secrets no one's ready to hear. The Winters family is in crisis. Devon faces the return of old enemies and Lily's trauma. Jill is losing her grip on the company, and her temper. Nate may be the wild card that tips the scales, but perhaps the most compelling shift is in the soul of Genoa City itself. With every romantic moment and every gunshot echo, the show reminds us, no one is ever safe. No love is ever permanent. And every alliance is one betrayal away from collapse. This week's Young and the Restless episodes are not just about moving the story forward, they're about redefining the rules. Characters will rise and fall. Secrets will be weaponized. And hearts will break, heal, and burn again. So, whether you're a longtime fan or just now diving into this chaotic, beautiful mess that is Genoa City, don't miss a single moment. July 28th to August 1st is the kind of week that will be talked about for years to come.